My folks is home. Before I was born, before they passed on and left me on my own in New York with the grocery store, they would talk about home. I listened closely for the way they'd whisper to each other about the warmer winter weather. Inseparable, they even got sick together. They never got better. Passed away that December and left me with these memories like dying embers from a dream I can't remember. And ever since then,
tremendo. Ahí tenemos con nosotros a JJ, que está interpretando a Usnavi de In the Heights. Qué tremenda historia. Él es el personaje principal, aunque todos los personajes son bien complejos. El personaje de Usnavi es de unos padres de República Dominicana,
sí,
que se mueven a Nueva York para ofrecerle una vida mejor a su hijo, pero ellos mueren. How old was Usnavi when his parents died? Did they say in the play how old he was?
I think they imply he's about 5 years old.
Oh, wow, como unos 5 años más o menos lo que dicen. JJ, how did you get involved with this? ¿Cómo tú te involucraste en esto? ¿Y cómo se dice tu apellido?
Caruncho.
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 Okay.
Sí, mi
cubano.
Cubano, sí.
Cubano. De Miami.
Sí, de Miami. I was lucky that my sister had done the first national tour of In the Heights when it was leaving Broadway.
Okay, su hermana hizo el primero In the Heights cuando comenzó.
Sí. Y when Nathaniel was looking for actors for this show, he was having trouble finding an Usnavi, so he asked one of his friends who danced in that show with my sister, and she knew about me. So when he said, who should I contact for Usnavi, she said my name, so she sent me to audition, and then I got it.
Family connections.
Yeah.
Las conexiones familiares. Y Nathaniel es el productor, director de este musical aquí en el área.
Brilliant.
Dice que su hermana, ahí comenzaron a hablar, conectándose con uno con el otro, y el nombre de JJ salió a florecer, y pues él tuvo a hacer el casting y todo. And we met also Ariel, quien es tu novia en la vida real, sí, y también en la obra de teatro. Pero hablemos un poquito de Usnavi. Primeramente, el nombre.
Usnavi.
Ajá.
See, Usnavi, it's a big joke in the show, eventually, that what happens is that when his parents are on the boat,
cuando sus padres venían en un barco hacia Estados Unidos,
they see a boat going by that says U.S. Navy.
Ajá, vieron un barco que decía U.S. Navy.
And because they don't speak English yet, they say, "Ay, Usnavi."
Usnavi.
What a beautiful name. And so they say, "Oh, we're going to name him Usnavi." And they never realize what it was. Even when his parents pass away, they never realize what the boat actually said.
Entonces vieron que el nombre del barco era Usnavi, que era el U.S. Navy. Y esto le pasa a muchos inmigrantes que le ponen nombres a sus hijos sin saber exactamente qué es. Así que se van a identificar muchísimo con Usnavi. So tell me about him. I mean, he's 5 years old. In the song that you were singing, mentions a grandmother. Is that who he ends up with? ¿Se cría con su abuela entonces?
Sí, there's this grandmother who's era cubano. Her name is Abuela Claudia. And she's kind of the grandmother that they say in the beginning. He says, that was Abuela. She's not really my abuela, but she practically raised me. This corner is her escuela. Because the entire neighborhood is raised by this woman.
Okay.
So when I'm a little boy, she helps me run the store because my parents leave it to me.
Yeah.
So I never go to college. I'm always trying to preserve this store, this legacy that my parents
that's
gave
what you
me.
Have.
And Abuela, she and I still live together. She helps me run the store. She makes fresh pan caliente so that I can make café con leche and give everybody pan con mantequilla every single morning. And so she's really like my mother and my best friend in the neighborhood.
Wow, así que está el personaje de la abuela que básicamente lo cría, le ayuda a mantener la bodega que sus padres le dejaron para darle un futuro bueno a él, y parece que Usnavi se aferra a esta bodega de lo último que tiene, y él quiere vivir los sueños que sus padres no pudieron vivir. So you're trying to live the dreams of your parents.
Yeah. See, as it goes on, he's having the rent is going up and people are starting to be forced out of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And for him, he feels like if he loses this bodega, he loses his last connection to his parents. And so he feels like keeping the bodega alive is like honoring the spirit of his parents. And he has a lot of trouble because he's always trying to live this dream that wasn't his original dream, that he's so proud of being Dominican, and he's never had enough money to actually go.
Pues aunque tiene esta identidad dominicana y quiere vivir el sueño de sus padres, que no es el sueño de él nunca ha estado en República Dominicana. Y yo pienso que muchos de los que están escuchando el día de hoy, que nacieron en este país, que no han estado tal vez en el país de sus padres, es una lucha interna de quién son ellos. Así que si van a esta obra de teatro, a este musical, van a poder encontrar un poquito y relacionarse con ustedes y con los personajes. It's extremely exciting. The more we know about each of the characters, is just so profound.
His entire role in the show is that kind of he gets to speak directly to the audience.
Okay.
So everybody else, they act like, you know, they can't see one another.
Exactly.
But Usnavi's a narrator. So I break from, so I'm in the audience, I'm talking to the people.
Amazing.
Because his job is that he's trying to tell the stories of everybody and trying to get everybody to realize, you know, trying to unify the idea that so many people feel like, oh, well, they're, even within Latino community, sometimes people are like, oh, well, they're Puerto Rican, I'm Cuban, or they're Dominican. About that, not only are we all, you know, the same, but that also that within Americans, that, you know, Americans don't look like something, and trying to connect to everybody the idea that everybody comes with dreams, everybody comes with the idea of this better life, but everybody also comes with this amazing pride for our homelands, from our countries where we come from, and this idea of coming here and achieving these dreams, but also honoring and loving that's also our home, that's our spiritual home.
It's very complex, and people that are going through it, they understand. Las personas, es bien complicado, y las personas que lo viven lo pueden entender, y nuestra audiencia lo va a entender y se va a conectar muchísimo. Dice que Usnavi, el personaje, le habla directamente a la gente, a la audiencia, mientras que los otros actores pues están actuando, pero él tiene el chance, este personaje tiene el chance de hablar directamente a la audiencia y como cuestionar y platicar con ellos. JJ, thank you so much for being with us. Gracias.
Thank you so much for having me.